Hello, guys and gals. This is the algorithm rabbit hole. The YouTube algorithm introduced me to Marlon and LaShonda Moore on American Greed. The video left a major cliffhanger and I couldn't resist a good rabbit hole deep dive. So here's what I learned. This Dallas couple used their semi-celebrity to dupe thousands of minorities out of millions of dollars through their faith-based business, BINT, which stands for Blessings in No Time. Marlon Moore, also known as DJ ASAP, made a living getting people in the mood to party. He was a resident DJ on BET's 106 in Park for 4 years, and he has DJed for the likes of DJ Khaled, Meek Mills, and T-Pain. He also DJed parties all around Texas. LaShonda Moore, maiden name Stillmill, is a licensed real estate service provider in Texas. LaShonda was previously married and brought 2 children to the relationship. The couple met in the summer of 2017 and got engaged in October 2018. Shonda organized a surprise party for Marlon's birthday, but ended up being the one surprised by Marlon's proposal. The relationship and its details became public through their appearance on Family and Fiancé on the OWN network. On that show, it appeared that the family and friends had some opposition to their union. Marlon's best friend, Brandon, was the most vocal about cautioning them from going forward with the nuptials. Ultimately, they ended up getting married in a heavily publicized wedding in August 2019 in Dallas, and Marlon shared that he planned to adopt their children. They rode the wave of the show's exposure to appear on other shows like The Breakfast Club and Angela Yee's Lip Service to discuss their relationship. We started hearing rumblings of a public health emergency in 2020, and by March, we were in a full-blown pandemic. This sent shockwaves through the world's economy and triggered the largest global economic crisis in more than a century. Many households experienced job and wage loss during that time. People were struggling to make ends meet and may have been more prone to participate in unconventional ways to make money. A lot of get-rich schemes started popping up on social media. This duo apparently jumped on the bandwagon and encouraged people to join their faith-based money-making membership program called BINT, which they described as a blessing community. They explained their blessing circle concept as a microeconomy and link funding community aimed at building generational wealth and prosperity in the Black community. Damn, they use all the buzzwords. I'm wondering if they really didn't understand that this was a pyramid scheme, or were they just being malicious people? Ooh, that's frustrating. Anyway, they solicited membership through weekly Zoom calls and started out by saying, "You received an invite here because someone loves you. Say thank you in the chat." This was how they captured attendance and tracked who was who. The BINT network charged an initial fee of about $1,400, almost the exact amount that was issued on the first stimulus check, if you remember. The Moores promised that the $1,400 seed, the recruitments of 2 new members, and a $85 monthly fee for BINT software called Connect Me would yield a blessing of about $11,200, and that refunds were guaranteed if you were not satisfied. These are all hallmarks of a pyramid scheme. The emphasis on recruiting, no genuine product or service, promises of high returns in a short period of time, easy money or passive income, and no demonstrated revenue from retail sales. They didn't even try to hide it. I'm wondering if they seriously didn't understand that this was a scam.
Question many people across Hampton Roads asked themselves over the weekend when these blessing looms popped up on social media.
This would be classified as a pyramid scheme.
Unfamiliar with the blessing loom? Well, here's how it works. You pay money to join the loom using something like Cash App, but the goal is to get other people to pay and join too. Once they do, the person in the center cashes out and walks away with a couple $100s. To get paid, it requires you recruit others to join, but Hampton police say it's illegal. Sergeant Reggie Williams says under Virginia law, this is classified as a pyramid scheme.
It involves the exchange of money primarily for enrolling other people into the scheme without any other product or service being offered or delivered.
So you see, the Moores aren't the first to do this. This clip came from a case in Virginia. I'm assuming that those that got taken by the Moors didn't know this. The early investors were able to spread their story of success because at the beginning, the donations are rolling in. Those at the top of the pyramid are able to recoup their money with the new donations. At some point, the money dries up when new recruits can't be secured. These types of schemes are not sustainable. But for more than a year, the couple operated this scheme targeting African Americans. Former members are quoted as saying they would say that their goal was to build the Black community. Yet, they scam people out of large amounts of money only to pad their own pockets. One person was quoted as saying that they were enticed by the promise of the 11K, which would help them get out of debt. But that never happened for this person, and it didn't happen for many others. Eventually, enough unhappy members started to arise and began questioning the process. It's apparent that the Moors were on a campaign to exonerate themselves in this video.
Is everybody at? Let's go, Neville in the building. BLM, Kissy, Rashida, Miguel, Evelyn, LaShonda. What's going on, everybody? Man, I feel like we ain't seen y'all in forever. Yes, sir, BINT fam. So, we got some things we got to address. We got some things we got to go over. We got to give y'all updates. Chi-Town in the building. Everybody all in the building. Miami in the building. Okay, so first and foremost, shout out to the subgroups. All the subgroups that have been moving.
Subgroups been showing.
Subgroups have been moving these boards, y'all. Y'all, yes. Man, I think over the holiday we split a little bit over 87 boards, I believe. 87 boards we split.
I think we split boards because we were shut down Wednesday through Saturday, and Sunday's the automatic off day.
Still split them on Wednesday.
We went ahead and split boards Wednesday, and then we split boards again yesterday, and we're going to split boards tonight once we get off of this call.
I mean, we got Alaska in the building too.
I think 3 subgroups so far who decided that they want to branch off and run their own communities, which is going to be a great thing. Super excited about that. We actually got a few more inquiries of people who want to, and we're calling them subgroups, but they're just like groups within the community.
Right.
Some people are not wanting to be public. They just want to put their family and friends spots together and create boards. That is absolutely allowed. You just need to let us know so we can create those boards for you and you guys can continue to move on. If you just want to find random people in the community and y'all come together and put y'all's boards together, you're absolutely allowed to do that. And if you do not want to be a part of a subgroup or another group, do not worry. We are going to collect all of those people and put them together, and we are going to move them ourselves, but it is going to move a little slower because there's only so much that we can do in a day. And I just don't want anyone to think that there's any type of favoritism going on, because it's not. So I don't check my DMs. If a ticket has ever been sent and it was lost or not responded to, just resend that ticket. It's no problem whatsoever, and we will get that re-answered for you. We have it put down to talk to you guys about being inside of BAND. It's a lot going on, a lot of rumors, a lot of negativity. Some people want to talk a certain way. At this point, I don't think people care about being removed, and that's cool. Everybody, there's thousands of us. And everybody kind of got their own idea about how something should be ran, how I should talk, how he should talk, how we should present things, how we should run boards at any given time. You guys are free to get the software, do this on your own. I've been the first to admit we've made mistakes on our side. There's been things that happen in the community that we didn't expect to happen. We had to pivot. We had to make adjustments. We had to do things that were not in the original game plan. Nonetheless, we're still here. We're still working every day to get things resolved. And at this particular time, talking to the admin negatively, talking to us negatively, any of that, we'll just remove you from BAND. Short, simple, sweet. It does not help us out at all. There's a way to talk to somebody. There's a way to have a conversation. And if any of us were to speak or behave towards certain people the way, some people come at us, it would be a major problem. Being inside a BAND is a privilege. You can still move your boards and be on your boards and not be inside a BAND. You'll miss out on information, but nonetheless, you can just keep rolling. But even inside of this, it's full of admin. They're probably screenshotting what you guys are doing. If you say something negative, they're going to remove you from BAND. We keep giving this this same speech over and over and over, and it's just like, sometimes I do not know what y'all want me to do. I am trying as hard as I can. Moving on.
If there's someone on your board that has not paid Connect Me for, and they've just disappeared or they've gone inactive, that board is considered frozen. So we got to make sure we take those people off those boards and get those boards moving.
BINT's Giving, as you guys know, we originally were going to do the GoFundMe and do 5 charities, but the community decided that they didn't like us doing it for the charities because we had so many people inside.
Families.
We just want to be very transparent. If you are someone and you did fill out that and you've been blessed before, we're automatically not looking at those. We're only going to look at the stories from those individuals who have not been blessed. There's no way for us to take care of everybody. We weren't even made aware until maybe a day or two that GoFundMe had shut our stuff down. We got the GoFundMe back up. It's back running. We kind of want to let the community know what families we help so that y'all don't think we kept it. But we know that some people might not want everybody in their business. Nonetheless, we will be contacting those families. If those families decide that they would like to, speak up, we'll let them make that decision.
Okay, what everybody wants to know about. Everybody wants to know what's going on with the refunds, right? Everybody wants to know what's going on. I can't get the list of I've tried to get a refund. I put in for a refund. Guys, we are actively working all refunds. We had a refund list, and before that refund list got too long, we wanted to say, hey, let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead and take care of the people that are on the refund list right now. And we've been actively taking care of all the people on the refund list. You guys also have to remember, guys, we're dealing with banks. When we're dealing with banks, we have to deal with limits. Anytime there's a limits issue, we can only send a certain amount out per day, per week, per month. So for a while, we hit our limits for November, and so now our limits are back open. We're back working with the refunds. So just to let you guys know, refunds are still being taken care of. If you did not make it on the refund list before, it's okay. It'll be open as soon as we get these other refunds handled and out the way. All right?
Another reason why we went ahead and done that, I'm gonna be honest, and this is just transparency because I don't know how to do nothing else. Try to keep it real with y'all, and just to give you a little bit of background, because it seems like sometimes when we don't say things, when we give y'all space and room for opportunity to create narratives, the narratives that are created are not really what we would like for people to think. And there are so many people that hit the refund list within a certain amount of time because of certain changes that were made, which is absolutely fine. But realistically, there's no way for us to touch hundreds of people at one particular time. And you got some people who sat on the refund list for 30 days or 40 days or 45 days, and they are angry and they are irritated. And I'm dealing with those hundreds of people that we are currently and actively refunding. Why would I allow more people that I know are just going to sit in line? And even it would make you feel good to say, hey, I put my name on the refund list, but then you're going to be pissed off at us if you sit on that refund list for 2 months or 2.5 months. And it's like, well, I got you on the list, but I can't get to your name. I've had some of you offer, hey, I'll let you keep half of it if you give it to me. I'm not being bribed to let nobody get in front of nobody. I don't know if somebody trying to set me up. We don't know what's going on. Refunds are going to be worked in the order received. Yes. Whoever is first is who we are taking care of first. If you've been blessed in the community, you don't get a refund. We're not refunding people who got back more than they put in. For somebody who's been blessed before to say, I need a refund, that's not going to happen. And it is not fair to the people who never received anything to be put behind people who have received something.
Well, this didn't quite do the job because members not only developed a website to call BS on the BINT scheme, several complaints were filed with the Better Business Bureau warning others about their business practices. In 2021, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit to sue the Moores for allegedly operating a pyramid scheme targeting the African American community during the pandemic. According to the press release from Paxton, BINT scammed tens of millions of dollars, exploiting the members' deeply held religious belief. The state of Texas requested BINT's assets to be frozen and that all funds be returned to the victims. In addition to Texas, the Federal Trade Commission and the state of Arkansas filed a lawsuit for the hundreds of victims in Arkansas. I thought it was interesting because as I was digging, it appeared that Arkansas might be LaShonda's hometown, but I can't confirm that 100%. In this complaint, they indicate that the couple promised investors returns of 800% in as little as a week. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. With hindsight available, it looks like the people who got scammed were blinded by their own desire for money, which made them more gullible. Not blaming the victims, just pointing out how this keeps happening. The Moores aren't the first, and unfortunately, they won't be the last. Now, in the present, the Moores have asked for protection against FTC depositions because in a deposition, a witness would have to provide sworn oral testimony, which would be self-incriminating and can be used later in the case. At the onset of this case, the Moores began asserting their Fifth Amendment rights against compulsory self-incrimination. LaShonda has also claimed that they are in financial hardship themselves, having only $175 cash on hand or held in financial institutions. Their liabilities total roughly $90K, partly from credit card debt and partly from debt from the IRS. She says,
I am married to Marlon Moore. Together our assets comprise of less than $25,000, if that. We do not own a home. We do not even have equity in our vehicles. A little over a month ago, we inquired on a trade-in price of one of our vehicles, but we were upside down by approximately $8,000. We currently have 2 dependent minor children. As of this date, my husband and I are indebted to various lenders, including lines of credit in excess of $540,000. As of this date, I am currently unemployed, but I am actively seeking employment and optimistic I will obtain employment.
Eek. You weren't thinking about the people who may have lost their homes or their cars when you were taking their money. Honestly, it still makes me sad that they are in this position with children, but at the same time, what they allegedly did is deplorable. Their attorney asserts that the Moores did not receive tens of millions of dollars. They say that such amounts were transferred between the participants themselves in nearly all instances. They're trying to demonstrate that they are not liable for paying these people back. That's sad. Then go ahead and like this video, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. I'm going to exit this rabbit hole for now. Until next time, guys and gals, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day.